कार्ड का वो वाले कार्ड कौन से वाले
डिब्बी में ये करते मिलाएगा बोल।
अबे ये वाले अडेप्टर वाले कार्ड का है
मैंने नहीं दिए, मैं कार्ड भी दी थी।
तूने किस में डाले कार्ड?
मैं अपने डाले हैं, एक पतला है एक बड़े वाला।
Taking care of the room to help you all. Yours I read storytelling, right? The art of storytelling.
Yes.
Same here.
Hi, I'm Melissa. Hi. Melissa.
You're the speaker. What topic are you talking about?
Storytelling.
So there are two topics here. One is unconscious bias or inner. There's more to fitness than being slim, and it's about self-management and
Yeah, I see that. Who's a fitness person? So there's two things going on there.
Sit around the chair. Oh, sorry, the table.
Hi.
I think Smita
I'm Priya.
Are you speaking? Actually, you're speaking on story.
The three of us and storytelling. The other two are fitness.
I like the way that yes, I'm not from America.
I wondered, I was if
Yeah, I was going to ask you the same question. I'm from the UK. Okay. Yeah. There's someone belonging from the UK.
You want me to change this? Yeah?
Sorry? If you can, otherwise it's okay.
It's just a matter of backspace and a few letters. Rather one letter.
Session 2. Because yesterday the speakers were coming up on the crowd. Yeah, the two sessions. But you know the topics somehow change. How you can do it?
I think I was asking like three speakers in one topic, and as of now we don't have somebody on fitness, so we will start with them, who sort of want to start. You can decide that. She's not the speaker. What have you chosen this topic?
actually teach people how to tell their story on stage. Yeah. So I teach them how to use vulnerability to transform what's going on take all parts of their lives and turn it into a storytelling, into a business, a product, a speech, everything that they want, and so that they can build a little impact and create a community and be thought leaders. I've actually had a really after this.
Okay, so there's 4 per book, and there's 5, 6 friends. One is a doctor, one is a professor, love storytelling.
Oh,
Taking that as a
awesome.
profession.
I would love to be connected with them.
Sure, I connect you with them.
Yeah, thank you.
And they do a lot. Now they're doing a lot of summer camp because they're not college holidays. So they're doing a lot of projects for kids.
Oh, cool.
And what they basically do, and I'm trying to. That is why I wanted to attend this. I was volunteer in other room and then the volunteer said that they have club. So I told my other volunteers that you take care of that room and I'll come and attend the session here.
Okay.
Because I want to develop this concept in my city. So what we I'm from Ajmer. And there are community parks. We celebrate reading day, the book day, and then telling stories, your own life stories, and talking about. Also using storytelling for developing kids, their imagination. Because I have done this with my son, and he's 4 years, and I have been telling him stories since I think it was 3 months, 4 months. Since that small. And I have seen now what happens when we're sleeping together and so now he tells me a story कि आज मैं आपको कहानी सुनाता हूँ. He's like that I want to tell you a story today. So by 4 he's just turned 4, but when he was 2 and 2.5, with his own smaller words, he was able to communicate a storyline, and that made me think that
हेलो कार्ड ही नहीं मिल रहा, ये वाले कार्ड नहीं मिल रहे। अभी इनके पास 4 कार्ड हैं, 3-4 कार्ड हैं किसके पास? इनके पास है सबको दे दिए कार्ड वाले। अरे इनके पास भी नहीं, उनसे लेने वो तो ले लिए फिर मिले कल ये धोखा रख के गया हूँ डिब्बी के अंदर, अब वापसी आएगी नहीं डब्बी दिए कार्ड में नहीं डब्बी ये वाले। हाँ कार्ड था ये वाले, हाँ कार्ड था 2 कार्ड, एक कार्ड था, एक कार्ड होगा, एक ही होगा रेप्टर के साथ। हाँ कहाँ है खुद ही लैपटॉप को मुझे खुद ही लव लेके आए मेरे पास से लैपटॉप के बैग में उसमें क्यों भाई बदली
भाई कुछ नहीं है भाई, अभी देख बदल
ये तो सेटिंग ऐसी लगती है
भाई, कुछ नहीं है भाई, कुछ नहीं है।
है ना ये नहीं करता
जिसमें
क्या चेकिंग
Not a fitness person at all. Let's see, I'll have to.
Yeah, okay. You look good, so.
So then then that's
Right?
fine. Then that's
Perfect.
okay. Yeah, I guess everything got changed.
Yeah, yeah, they switched some stuff up, some minds and things.
Look at the enthusiasm. People are coming to listen to it. I'm Marie.
Yeah. Oh, really? That's when I have to get out my app that changes Celsius to Fahrenheit. It's 22 for us. It's very cold. Below freezing.
Yeah. It's a we are all in Celsius.
Yes. Yeah. You know what? I just asked you.
Yeah. Why
bother change? This is convert Celsius to Fahrenheit. I think it's about 50 times. So you said how much?
Let's just start with
That's 22.
Let's just start.
Now that's what it was. 70. Oh, that's a beautiful temperature. It's actually the temperature right now for where we live. It's always cold. Yeah. So yesterday, someone told me it was 107 here Fahrenheit, which is our home's temperature in July, the hottest part
Where do you
of
live?
summer.
Well, last
Yesterday
night
was
was
100. Where are you from?
I'm in California.
Okay.
Yeah, but I lived in Miami for 12 years, so this is like Miami weather.
Yeah. I'm from Texas, so yeah.
Yeah.
it's a lot.
What part of
Yeah, it's
Texas?
Maryland.
What part of Texas?
San Antonio.
San Antonio. My sister lives in Austin.
Oh, okay.
So
I have a brother who lives in Austin.
Yeah.
And I did landscaping for a long time, so the heat doesn't really bother me. But actually, we get where 124. I remember going from Provo to Tucson in a van in the summertime. It was 114 and shitty. It was out outside Flagstaff. I remember that from like one of those really bad memories that sits in your head from a child. I do massage. I'm doing more because
do a lot of hands-on classes, transportation, writing.
aren't English prison.
And you?
Yep.
I just asked the photographer and the videographer to come to videograph it. Just 2 more minutes.
I was teaching massage therapy for 2 years until December. I quit my job. And I'm building it. I'm also a life coach, so I'm moving more toward that. And my experience with teaching is very helpful. But I'm just teaching. I was a teacher, taught kindergarten. But in first grade, I taught some technology. That was
I can help you. Yes, I can help you out here.
We just have to
It's working fine. You just have to stand there. Yeah.
Did you ask him to do all these secrets of the I just got out of Bible and I'm
for the parallel session somewhere.
Yeah,
But it's okay. I will go here.
okay.
I feel the same.
Yeah.
We have to, like yesterday, I didn't read the outside at all.
If you understand the technology, there's a lot of digital information in photographs. And you can find out where my daughter started in business around their bases or
I'm going to get one.
So it was very comfortable.
I am. You know, one reason why I'm looking like this is because we were going to have a yoga class in one of the rooms, but that's changed now.
Wow.
So that's kind of like why.
Morning, ladies. I think we will start with the Indira Gandhi. What are you going to
Deepa Mehta. Are you the
No, I'm just a volunteer here, but she will begin.
No, we don't sit together.
I don't know movies that were made by a woman by the name of Deepa Mehta.
You are
She's Deepa Mehta.
I
She
just
is the one that did water and fire and the movie.
No.
Oh. I was like, holy shit!
Okay. So you people will be in the separate.
Yeah, there's 3 of us, right?
I'll just introduce everyone. That will be better.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Tell you.
No, it's okay. Then I can start.
Hello, good morning everyone. I'm so sorry, we have just got a little bit late, and let me welcome you all. And I think today is a very interesting topic, which is very close to my heart, because as a mother, I was just discussing to the speakers the art of storytelling, and the second topic is there's more to fitness than being slim. So let's begin with the art of storytelling. Let me welcome Mrs. Indu, Melissa, and Priya. So I hand over to the speakers, and they may just tell the importance and the love of their for the storytelling.
Good morning, everybody. You'll have to excuse my coughs, at times. I think the AC's done it all yesterday. But it's lovely to be here with all of you. And I'm an education consultant. I've been into education for 32 years. as the principal of various schools, and now I've started doing things on my own, basically having workshops for children, doing creative writing, storytelling. But what I'm going to talk about is the story. Storytelling is not only connected to little children, as we've, Shakespeare said that all the world's a stage, and we all are players in it. So each one of us have our own story, and wherever there are people, there are stories. Stories everywhere. Even now when I'm talking to you, it's like telling you a story. What I feel about storytelling. So now stories have been told from years. There are stories in paintings, in ancient caves, in newspapers, bedtime stories, so many different types of stories. So each time we talk to each other also, we are narrating our experiences of a story, what we felt, what we see, what we do. There are a lot of things that we learn from stories when we talk to each other about our passions of life. That also probably, say like, I love singing. The reason, when I was young, I never liked to sing, to be very honest, but my mother used to sit with me and say, no, you've got a nice voice, you have to sing. Stepped into the education line, and there my voice went for a 6 as a principal of a school, So, when you hear each other's stories, I don't want to go into details and bore you with my story, you tend to understand why a person is actually passionate about something. Now, we learn a lot from stories, moral values, we learn about the past, we learn about our culture, about our country, about so many various things that are so important in our life, and it's through sharing our experiences. There is this connectivity which develops, the communication is there, and it's such a lovely feeling to learn through others' experiences also. Now, when we come to the art of storytelling, as the topic is, there are various ways of storytelling. Now, it can be, there are small games that I play with my students, to teach them the art of storytelling. It's like reading a paragraph, like when I talk about Jack and Jill went up the hill to fetch a pail of water. It sounds all drab. But the small game that, I make my children play, it's like, okay, count 1 to 10 as though you're walking on coal, hot coal. How would you count 1 to 10? I think let's do it together, maybe, Can I request you? Just, if you could count 1 to 10 as though you are walking on a fire, coal which is hot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, great. If you are, okay, what other situation? As though you're putting, money, coins into a piggy bank. 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on. Okay. In an angry mood. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so you see there are so many different voice modulations that you experience, you count, you tend to count or narrate or whatever depending on different moods. Now obviously whatever story you've chosen, it has to be narrated in a way depending on the mood that is required. Otherwise, you tend to find it a little boring. Now, these stories which we hear, they can make you laugh, cry, entertain you, make you feel really sad, and it may touch your heart. And it happens very often that when you've heard someone's story, it touches your heart so deeply that you start imagining as though it's your own story. Like I was just watching one of these music sessions on television called Indian Idol, and there was this person who came from a family where, he was basically living, the mother was working in homes, cleaning utensils and all. And when he came, he couldn't believe it. He was standing on that platform to sing, and today he's a winner of that Indian Idol. And his life is totally changed. So when he narrated his story, one can empathize, because whatever story you, hear, there has to be some passion in it, some feelings in it to make you also to connect with you, so that you really start imagining yourself, right there, as though you're a part of it. And it really does help our children, of course, when they are growing up. We were just listening to her, how for her 4-year-old son, she feels that he's already got that empathy within him to be able to feel and express his feelings whenever he talks. And now he's into, narrating stories to the mother instead of the mother narrating it to the child. So, as I said, even amongst us, the adults, there are lots of stories that each moment that we are talking, we are discussing, they are all stories which are coming out. I would like to hold you back only the mic with myself. I would love them to share the experiences too. One can go on and on, but
Hi everyone, I'd like to introduce myself as a co-traveler. So I'm here to learn and be inspired, and one of the very powerful ways in which we do that is storytelling. So what I would like to talk about today is the art of storytelling via the power of storytelling. Human history, our cultural history, our social history, our current experience, how we experience the past, the future, our thoughts for the future, and how we are in the present itself is all about the stories that we tell ourselves. I'd like to begin by sharing a short story with you. So I'm going to read this out to you. Early this morning, on my way to work, on Brexit, my tube journey was interrupted. So this story is based in London. Interrupted by sweetness. At a station, a little girl boarded with her mum and littler brother. She was probably about 6 years old, and she had Down's syndrome. As she waited to get on the tube, holding her mum's hand for every passenger that got off the train, she said, "I love you." I was struck that none of the commuters returned her loving gesture with a smile or an "I love you too." Perhaps the journey from sleep to wakefulness, work, deadlines, etc. didn't allow them the space to notice, to pause. What was even more striking, and beautifully so, was that her mum returned her every "I love you" to the commuters with an "I love you too." When the little girl walked into the train, it was my turn. Her brother sat beside me, and then the little girl, and her mum, in that order. As she sat, she bent her head, looked at me and said, "I love you." And I run a charity here in India called Paint Our World, where we work to empower children from the streets, railway station platforms, who've been through rape and child sexual abuse. So, as my Paint Our World children say, often, I reply, "I love you a million much." She beamed and got busy with her mum. I wondered if the beam was because I had responded to her gesture. And then, after about 2 tube stops, she reached her